Hi, Sasha Lekic for Electrek here in Gothenburg, Sweden with the freshly updated 2025 Volvo XC90. We're gonna get into what's new and what was announced today, so let's get into it. All right, this is the XC90. We're most interested in the PHEV, the T8, which has 33 miles of pure electric range. Different from other electric Volvos that are fully electric. The EX90, that's also going to be available soon, but the T8 is plug-in, and we know a bit about the battery, 18.8 kilowatt hours, and they're going to be partnering with Tesla to eventually be able to use Tesla's supercharger network. And let's take a look at what's new. Here's the charging port for the T8. Again, it's a 33-mile range, and you can charge up to 3 hours on fast charging. If you're just plugging it in at home on your regular outlet wall, it'll be closer to 7 hours, but that's how you get your 33 miles of just battery range, which Volvo has pointed out is more than the typical driver drives in a day. So technically you could just keep charging the 18 kilowatt hour battery and only use the battery if that's how you want to use your hybrid. So what's new for the 2025 refresh for the XC90? It's mostly in the looks and the tech, but for looks we're gonna go to the front end, which is where most visible changes are. So let's look right at the front and break it down. Biggest changes are in the front end with slimmer headlights. You'll notice the same Thor's hammer design, slimmer hood, fenders. It's much more aligned with the EX90 and following Volvo's design ethos for its electrified lineup. So we're gonna start seeing more of those things. We'll notice some of that theme of aligning the lineup also inside. New wheel design, just kind of a trimmer look, I guess you could say, for the popular XC90, which is not that different from previous models, but the front end is where a lot of the differences lie. There is going to be a new red color, not here, we didn't get to see it, but that's a new option on the lineup, so exciting. So let's go to the back, where most of the looks have been retained, but some new lighting and kind of tightened up. But here it is from the back side. Okay, we made it inside the car, so let's take a look. So the biggest change is with the tech. We have a new freestanding display, and it's 11.2 inches, and it's gonna look very familiar for anyone who's seen the EX90 or the EX30, the electric cars. They already have this new hardware that's gonna support the new software, which is a new user experience, a new home screen. So let's take a look. All right, here's the new freestanding screen. It's looking great inside, but you know, if we were out on the road, here's where most of the changes are, in that you have different rows. This is a permanent row at the bottom, then this second to bottom row is giving us things we need in the moment while we're driving, recently used, highly used. They say it's going to adapt to your driving. Now you have, drive modes, which I think is a helpful thing, especially for a plug-in hybrid, to be able to, go on pure electric mode, switch to hybrid mode. If you haven't charged it up yet, there you go. So this is the new screen. They say it's a bigger, but also faster, like more responsive, also brighter, higher resolution. So this is gonna be the space where they're gonna show off their new tech. The exciting news is for not just for people who buy the new 2025 XC90 or the EX90, but for anyone with an Android-based Volvo, which this is. But if you have one, which is any Volvo from 2020 or newer, you will be able to have the new interface. So it's going to be updated, and that is coming in 2025. So maybe your 2020 Volvo is about to get a little update. That'll roll out, but once this car is up and at 'em, then other Volvo owners will also be able to join in on the interface fun, and that is happening for 2.5 million customers. They estimate will be eligible, and they promised they'd get in touch if your car is eligible, so get ready for that. This is all part of a new console design, which is, important for your beverages. And yeah, easier to get to the charging mat. I think they added a new cup holder. Lots of fun up in the front. And also exciting is that we still have Google built in. So they're working with Android, and you have all your mapping, Google Assistant, and Google Play, and other media features from Google. But if you are an iPhone user, a plug will connect you to the CarPlay, Apple CarPlay. So do not fear, people who are attached to CarPlay. You can still do that. But as we've seen, the system works really well with the built-in, Google built-in infotainment. So that's some of the new tech announcements. Let's take a look at the rest of the car. Here's a look inside and a chance to see the second row. So this is a 6-passenger configuration with 2 in the back, in the way back, 3 in the second row, passenger and the driver. So when will the XC90 be available? Production's going to start later this year, with deliveries expected in the first quarter of 2025. So look out for that then. Orders opened today. Pricing has dropped for the base, which was just under $60,000. For the T8, which is the top variant, that comes in 3 different trims. Pricing hasn't been laid out quite yet, but it will come at a later date. If this all seems like a step back, it's because it is. Today, Volvo confirmed that they have changed their goal for going all electric by 2030, and instead are going to focus on what the market, what the customers want, which means expect more PHEVs like the XC90 plug-in, expect more hybrids, and they're gonna still go for electrification. That's still their end goal, but it's going to be at a different pace with a little bit more plug-in hybrid mixed in. So that was the big takeaway, that the XC90 is their big flagship SUV and part of their realigned vision for what electrification looks like for Volvo. So that's me in Gothenburg, Sweden at the World of Volvo with inside the XC90 plug-in hybrid.